All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Should be live now. Here to talk about the crazy 5 game slate here. We have a lot of news has come out. We're still waiting on some news. Let me just tweet out the live stream and then I'll jump into it. Hope you guys all had a good day yesterday. It was a really good day for me. One letdown there was AD. That was the risk I was willing to take, AD and Kuzma. Kuzma still got there in 3 quarters. AD obviously not so much. He had more of a floor game in 3 quarters, but still knocking the fourth quarter run hurt a little bit. Could have won huge money, but it was still overall a really good day for me. None, Hero, value plays, or Kuzma. So solid night. Hope you guys have a good night, and let's get into the breakdown here. So. If you guys are new to the live stream, if you're new to the YouTube channel, how this works, what I'm going to do. We'll go over the Vegas lines. We'll go over injury news, which I should have up right now. Sorry about that. A little bit behind here. And then we'll get to the player-by-player breakdown. I will give cash plays. I'll give GPP plays. And then we'll get to questions at the end. If you hit me up on Twitter right now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get to you at the moment just with, again, me live streaming. So let's do it. Let's start with the news that we got so far today. We have, let's see, Aaron Gordon out. Pretty big news. Definitely boosted some of those other Magic guys. Rashawn Holmes questionable. That's also big news. If he's out and Alex Len plays and starts the center, I think he's one of the top value plays of the day. Bazemore questionable, not huge news, but still, would be probably a few more minutes for those wings, guys like Bogdan, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes. We have Zion ruled out. That's big. New Orleans is already in a good match against Washington. Now they have Zion out. That's a huge boost to a guy like Favors. I think pushes close to 30 minutes. I think Nikola Melli is now a pretty solid value play. I think he starts. I think he probably pushes for close to 30 minutes. And then Ingram, Drew, Lonzo all get a pretty big boost. I know they're priced up, but this is a spot I think you buy into the Pelicans. I think getting one of those top 3 guys is a pretty solid approach. You can even get 2 if you want to. That'll probably differentiate yourself, but I think getting to one of those guys looks good right now for a cash game build. Adams questionable. They did just rule him out, so Nerlens Noel is now one of the top value plays in my opinion. He's going to start at center. OKC currently does not have another center in the roster. Mike Muscala is injured. So does Gallinari run some backup 5? Does Bazley run some backup 5? Maybe Isaiah Roby gets in the rotation. Either way, I don't think it does a whole lot for me with those guys. It's really just Noel that I really want to focus on. I think he looks like a really good play. Did mention though he is going up against Jonas Valanciunas, who is a guy very aggressive on the offensive end. There is a chance Noel gets in foul trouble, but Noel is so cheap that I'm willing to take the risk there. Jared Allen available to play, also pretty big news. I do like Jared Allen. You're gonna have to make tough decisions at center. Center point guard, there's a lot of really good plays. What works through the roster construction? I will be very firm on who I'm on today, and then again, you're gonna have to make some tough decisions with those centers, point guards. All right, that's it for the news so far. Again, really the big news that we're still waiting for is Rashawn Holmes. So OKC Memphis, a 220.5 over under. OKC 3.5 point favorites. Kings Nets a 231.5 over under. Kings are 5.5 point favorites. Magic 76ers 222.5 over under. 76ers are 5 point favorites. Wizards Pelicans 236 over under. Pelicans 8 point favorites, and Celtics Raptors a 220.5 over under. The Raptors are 1.5 point favorites. So, like I mentioned in my video last night, I'm kind of taking a stand here. I'm making this a 3-game slate. I'm crossing off Orlando, Philly. I'm crossing off Boston and Toronto. Now, sure, am I nervous about fading a guy like Vucevic with no Aaron Gordon? Yeah. Am I nervous about fading Embiid with no Ben Simmons? Yeah. But in my opinion, it's just the balanced approach looks so much better that those guys are just secondary plays for me right now. Again, I'm a little bit nervous about it. The Boston-Toronto game, when everyone's fully healthy there, it's a stay away. So really, again, I am making this a 3-game slate. You don't have to, but that's the way I'm going. I feel pretty good about it. So let's talk about the first game here, OKC and Memphis. So this is a game, obviously, I want exposure to, like I just mentioned. OKC side, CP3, SGA, Gallinari all get a huge boost with no Dennis Schroeder. I think all 3 look really solid. Gallinari might run some backup 5. I don't know. The minutes were a little bit higher on him in the last game, even though it was a blowout. He was on pace for 30 plus, which is good to see. If he plays the backup 5, I think he could push for 35 minutes. He's a guy that obviously can score the ball, would get a boost rebounding if he plays a little backup 5. So I like Gallinari at 5'6". You can get to him. I think it looks really solid. I like SGA and I like CP3 as well. SGA probably preferred for his price, $1,300 discount, but both going to play huge minutes, both in a really, really good matchup. Like I said, you're going to have to make tough decisions at point guard right now. But those two guards, both CP3 and SGA, I think look really good. Again, I mentioned Gallo. And then Nerlens Noel, right now, I think is the top value play of the day at 3.5. I assume he's going to start at center. I assume he's probably going to push for close to 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more. Now, again, there is some foul trouble risk going up against JV, but he's at 3.5. It's a risk I'm willing to take, right? If he was like 5K or something like that, then I would have second thoughts, but he's 3.5. That's a shot I'm willing to take. So love Noel. I think right now he's the top value play. Again, if Holmes is out and Len starts and and starts at center, I think those two probably look like the two best value plays. Again, they're both center. So again, the opportunity costs. Do you play them both? Do you play one and then spend up with another center? And there's a lot of really good center plays, so you're gonna have to make that tough call. Again, Baisley, I think it's maybe a little bit more run, but I'm not interested in him. Even at min price, no point to get to him. I think a guy like Isaiah Roby might be in the rotation. Again, don't have to go there. Just thought I'd mention it. Because there is currently no backup 5 with Mike Muscala out. Let's move on to Memphis. So Memphis is a team that I think one play stands out the most right now, and that's JB at 7'3". I think he looks really good. No Steven Adams is a bigger boost to him. He played 34 minutes at last game with no Triple J. If we get about 35 minutes from JV at 7'3", matched up against Nerlens Noel, he could go for 60 fantasy points in a spot. So love JV. Like I said, though, you're going to have to make tough calls at the center position. There's like 4 or 5 really good plays. I wish I could play all of them, but again, you can't. You can only play 2 in Draftkings. So I really do think it is the 2-center approach, though, if you're making a lineup on Draftkings. Play 2 centers. Love JV. I think he's one of the top plays of the day for his price. I have interest in John Morant at 8.5. I think he's more of a secondary play, though, because of the price. Now, sure, John Morant can still go for 50 in this matchup. He's going to play 35 to 40 minutes. The usage goes up. Obviously, no Triple J. It's just the price tag makes him a little bit tricky for me to prioritize him. So I'm going to place him as a secondary GPP contrarian play right now. Whereas JV is a guy that I have a lot of interest in. And then everyone else is a stay away from me. I'm not taking a shot on Brooks. Brandon Clark can still get me there 4.9. I get it if you go there, but right now I don't think we have to. If you land on him as like a last piece in your lineup, I think that's good. I think that's solid. I think 25 to 30 minutes. He didn't really have the highest usage game because he played alongside a lot of Jay and John Moran, I should say, and Jonas Valanciunas. But I think he's okay, right? I don't think he's out of play, but not like my favorite play for his price. I'm not going to Grayson Allen. A couple people asked me about that. There's just no way I'm paying 4.4 for Grayson Allen on the slate. I'm not getting to Kyle Anderson or Josh Jackson. Sure, they'll probably get a few extra minutes, but don't think we have to go there either. I think there's better value plays for the prices. So that's it. Really, again, JV, John Morant, that's about it. Let's move on to Sacramento Brooklyn, another game I really, really do like. Let's see. First, before I get into this game, we are almost at 200 viewers right now. If you guys enjoy all this free content, would really, really appreciate if you could leave a like button on the live stream and hit that subscribe button. Getting so close to 4K. So if you're new and you like the content, please do subscribe. What do you think about playing Jerome Robinson today, DK? I'll get to that more in a bit, but I think Jerome Robinson is fine. Not my favorite play for his price. And I do have to start saying Jerome. I know I said Justin in the video, but there is a Justin Anderson in Brooklyn. Let's get to Sacramento. Fox, I think, is one of the top plays of the day. He's a thumbnail in my video. 7.6K. Great matchup. I think he gets 35 to 40 minutes. He's just going to push the pace. Again, this game, I want exposure. I want a lot of exposure to this game. Love Fox. I think he's going to be very popular. But again, there's a lot of really good point guard plays. CP3, SGA, Fox. We haven't got to Lonzo yet. We have other point guard plays I mentioned. So there's a lot of LeVert, but he's more of a shooting guard, I guess. There's a lot of really good point guard plays. I love Fox first price. I think he's going to be popular. Hield, Bogdanovich, and Barnes, I think, are solid for the prices. I think at least one will have a decent day with Bazemore status up in the air. If Bazemore gets ruled out, that's a bigger boost to them. It's a good matchup. If you're going to make me pick between those 3 guys, it's going to be Bogdan. I know he had the big game last time. He's been a little bit more up and down, but I think he has the most upside of the 3. But 37 minutes last game, that is good to see. So if you're going to make me pick, I think Bogdan would be my favorite of him, Hield, and Harrison Barnes. Bielitsa, 5K. The minutes are way up and down, 20, 35, and 16. I have no idea what they're going to be. I'm going to stay away in the slate. I don't think we have to take a shot there. More of just if you're making multiple lineups, you can maybe throw him in one. But not for me. Holmes, this is the big news. If he plays, I like him a decent amount at 4.9. Again, another center I like a lot. If he misses, then Alex Len, in my opinion, would start at center. They could always start Harry Giles too. We'll see. Whoever would start at center for Sacramento, if Holmes is out, I really do like. So Got to keep an eye on that news. Again, that's a 5 o'clock game, so we're probably not going to get that before lock in the OKC Memphis game. Jake Anderson with the $5 super chat again, man. You've been coming every single day with the super chat, guys. Donations are not necessary, but seriously greatly appreciated. Again, you've been continuing to support the live stream every single day, so really, really do appreciate it, man. Sorry I'm late. What's up? Yeah, crazy slate here for sure. Again, really like Fox, and then Bogdan of those wings that I mentioned, I would prefer. And then, yeah, Len, Giles. If Holmes is out, this is where we could get some value too. If Len starts, it's not going to be limited mid-price. Him and Noel, in my opinion, would be the top value. Now, if we start Giles at the center over Len, then yeah, Giles would become a really good value play. Him and Noel, in my opinion, would then be the best value play. So we need to wait for this news. We might not get it before lock, which makes it a little bit tricky. It does, because in the 4 o'clock game, there's 2 really good center plays. There's Noel, there's Jonas Valanciunas on the other side. So Rashawn Holmes, Bazemore, game time decisions. That kind of sucks. Anthony Tolliver will start ahead of Brandon Clark. Okay, I have no interest in Clark. Well, I shouldn't say no interest, because now he's going to have a higher usage with playing with the backups. But again, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Anthony Tolliver value, I'm going to stay away. Again, I like the other guys I've mentioned so far. Don't play Tolliver, in my opinion. He's got to knock down those threes. He's a lower usage guy. I'm not going there. Back to Sacramento again. Len, Giles, whoever starts. If Holmes is out, that's what I'd prefer, or that's what I'd like a good amount for value. Let's move on to Brooklyn. And sorry, guys, I know I'm talking fast, but we have about a little over 20 minutes to lock. So I'm trying to get through all these games and then get the questions at the end. So I apologize. I know I'm talking million miles an hour. I'll try to slow it down at times, but I'm really just trying to get through the game-by-game breakdown so I can get to questions. Deep breath. All right, so let's see. LeVert, 7-1. I think he's also one of the top plays of the day. I think him, Fox, I mean, there's so many good plays in the mid-range. I love LeVert. I think in the game against Orlando, he played 28 minutes. That was a blowout. The game against Boston, he played 27. That was a blowout. The game that stayed close, he played 39 minutes, shot the ball 25 times. Great match against Sacramento. I think this game stays close. I think LeVert plays 35-plus minutes. I think he shoots it 20-plus times. I think he could easily go for 50 in this matchup. I love LeVert. He's one of my favorite plays. I really do think I'm going to prioritize him. I also like Jared Allen a good amount, 6'3". One of my favorite plays as well. It's just tricky. There's so many good center plays. So I mentioned Noel. I mentioned Jonas Valanciunas. The center, whoever, again, depending on Holmes' news, if Holmes plays, I like him. If not, it's Len and Giles. And then Jared Allen. We have Thomas Bryant, too. Right? You got to make some tough calls. Even Derek Favors now with no Zion. So it's a really tough slate. You have to, getting center right is going to be key. But I do really like Jared Allen. He's also going to play 35-plus minutes if the game stays close. I think it does. The matchup's good here, too. So I do really like Jared Allen if you get to him. The other options on Brooklyn right now, I think, cross off everyone else. I don't think we get to anyone else. I'm not paying Tyler Johnson, Temple, or TLC at their respective prices. Joe Harris at 5'3", 2 scoring dependent from me. We're just much preferring to LeVert, much preferring to Jared Allen. So, yeah, that's really it for me. It's Jared Allen, it's LeVert, and that's it on Brooklyn. Let's move on to Orlando, Philly. So like I said, I'm making this a 3-game slate. Personally, I'm not getting to anyone in this game, but I get it if you get to some people. So let's go over the news. No Aaron Gordon, no Isaac. That's pretty big, right? We had Isaac already out, but Aaron Gordon is huge. He was playing 30-plus minutes. He's a really high-usage guy in the offense. With him being out, that's a big boost to Vucevic. And again, I told you guys, I'm fading Vooch. There's a lot of really good center plays. I get it if you go there. My concern is he's going up against Embiid, foul trouble risk. So, yeah, it's the risk-reward factor, right? I think he's going to go lower owned because, there's a lot of really good center plays, but I'm not getting there. I do like the upside, but again, there's just too many good center plays right now. Fournier's at 5'3". He is a little too scoring dependent for me, but I get if you go there with no Aaron Gordon. He's a guy that can get you 40-plus fantasy points if you're shooting well. The minutes should be there too, so I get it if you play Fournier. Again, I'm not going there, but I get it. I'm not getting to Terrence Ross at 5K. He'd be someone if he was like 3.5 or 4K, maybe I would consider, but I'm not paying 5K for him. Fulton Augustine should split the center minute or the point guard minutes. I'm not going there. Ennis, Garrett Clark should get some decent run here with no Aaron Gordon. I think they're fine value plays if you get to them. If you're going a little bit more stars and scrubs, that's not how I'm going. But I get it if you go to Ennis or Clark, right? They're in play. They both should play 25-plus minutes. So, yeah, those two guys are playable. I really do think if you land on either Clark or Ennis, that's fine with me. Let's move on to Philly. So, no Ben Simmons. And that injury really hurt me the other day. I still somehow made some money back in that slate with the injured Ben Simmons, the blowout in that last game. But, yeah, big boost to Embiid. 10-5, though, feels a little pricey. I think he does still have upside, but it's the opportunity cost of playing him at center, which is so loaded today. Again, I'm not going there. Tobias Harris revenge spot, he's 8'3". I'm going to pass as well. Sure, still his upside. His usage will go up, no Ben Simmons. Matchup not necessarily the best, and there's so many good plays around his price range. I'm not going there. No way I'm paying 6.6 for Al Horford. Milton, Richardson, Burks, Korkmaz, they have a lot of guys who can eat up minutes now with no Ben Simmons. Mike Scott will be in the rotation too. I'm crossing off everyone. Again, I'm not getting to anyone in this game. I don't think you have to do it. Thibault play minutes too. Will one of those guards have a good game with Milton, Richardson, Burks, Korkmaz? Yes. Trying to figure out which one it is. Too hard. And again, there's just too many good value plays for me to consider them. So crossing off Orlando, Philly. Let's move on to a game that I want exposure to, Washington, New Orleans. This game looks amazing, right? We have a 236 over under, two teams played a super fast pace, no defense. Yeah, again, you want exposure to this game. Thomas Bryant, love him at 7-2. It's just, again, which centers do you go with? There's like 4 or 5 that I mentioned. It makes the slate really tricky, but I love Thomas Bryant. I think he has 50 fantasy point upside in a matchup like this, maybe even more. Right, we've seen huge games from him so far, 59, 43, and 47. It's an amazing matchup. Again, you have to make a tough call at center. Love Thomas Bryant, though, if you get to him. I'm not going to Rui at that price. Troy Brown, I really like at 5.5 as well. I think we'll get 35-plus minutes if he stays out of foul trouble. He's a guy that's been filling up a stat sheet. Again, a great matchup, so love Troy Brown here at 5.5. Love him. Love Thomas Bryant. Other two guys I would consider more secondary plays for me, though, are Ish Smith. It's a revenge spot. The minutes are a little bit more up and down, right? Him and Napier splitting the minutes, so that is a concern for me. 5K, he can still get you there for sure at this price. Like Ish can go for 40. This is more of a secondary play for me. Same thing with Jerome Robinson, I should say. But he's been getting good minutes. If you want to pivot off a high-owned Troy Brown, I get it. Again, him, Ish Smith, are more secondary plays. I still think they are viable. Everyone else is a stay away from me. So, yeah, Thomas Bryant, Troy Brown are my priorities here for Washington. Let's move on to the Pelicans. So, we have no Zion. That's huge. Really big news. He's a super high usage guy in the offense. Drew, Ingram, Lonzo all get a huge boost. Let's talk about the value first. So, Favors at 5.2. Another center I have interest in. He's going to go super low-owned in my opinion, but I think he could go for 40-plus in a matchup like this. I think he gets close to 30 minutes. Again, amazing spot. He's going to go unowned. If you're making multiple lineups, get exposure to Favors in one. Again, I'm not going there, but I think he has really big upside at this price. Again, I think he goes really low-owned. Value, Melly. I think he's going to be pretty popular. I have interest, though, at 3.8. I think he starts. I think he does. Let's see. Is that? Oh, that was 7:30. So that was about a week ago when Zion was unable to play. Melly started. That was, how many minutes did he play? Well, he only played 14. Either way, I think Melly should get good run. I guess the minutes are a little bit more up in the air, I guess, with him. But I think he is solid if he gets like 25 or so minutes. Redick and Hart, I think, are in play too. Again, these are guys that are probably going to get 25 or so minutes. They have upside to knock down those threes. They're a little bit more score independent, but I don't mind getting to Hart or Redick in their respective prices. And then the guys at the top, Drew, Ingram, Lonzo. I like all three a good amount. I think you're going to want to get one of those guys in there. With no Zion in a matchup like this, we haven't seen the upside from really any of these guys yet. But again, this is the spot I think we see it from. Whether you get to Ingram, Drew, or Lonzo. Again, point guard's really loaded, so maybe Ingram stands at the most as a forward. But I like Lonzo if you get to him at 7.4. All in all, again, I think you want at least one of those guys from the Pelicans up top, with those top three guys. Lastly, Boston, Toronto. Again, this is a game I will have no exposure to. Boston fully healthy. Kemba coming back. 6K looks decent, but in this slate, I'm not going to get to him in a tough spot against Toronto. I'm not going to Tatum, Hayward, Brown, or Smart. No way. Sure, one of those guys will probably have a decent game. Bad matchup, though, and there's just, again, so many other good plays at the prices. Tice at 5.4 pass. Cantor will play 5 or 20 minutes. Who knows? Brad Stevens hates him. That's it for the breakdown. No interest in Boston. Again, I'm not going to anyone. Toronto, no interest either. Lowry's priced up at 8.7. Siakam not getting him at 8.2. Van Fleet, 7.7. He's been playing huge minutes. He'd be the one guy I would consider in this game, but still not getting to him at 7.7. Much prefer Fox at a similar price. Ibaka is at 5.7. No way. OG, Powell, absolutely not at their respective prices. Marc Gasol, shelve his former self. He's at 4K. Center's too loaded. Absolutely not either. Again, more of a showdown play. That's it. Not getting to anyone in this game. Not getting to anyone in Orlando, Philly. The 3 games I want exposure to: OKC, Memphis, Sacramento, Brooklyn, Washington, New Orleans. Personally, I think you can make a 3-game slate. You don't have to. Again, there are a couple places I mentioned, right? The value in Orlando, a couple guys like Ennis, maybe Gary Clark. But that's it for me. So let's go see if we got any more news, and then we can get into the breakdown. Let's see. Grizzlies start Morant, Brooks, Tolliver, Anderson, Valanciunas. Okay. And that is what we got. So let's do it, guys. Let's get into the breakdown. We are currently almost at 250 viewers. Again, if you guys are new to the channel and you like this content, closing in on 4K subs. Would really, really appreciate it if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's do it. Let's see something. National TV Embiid getting me 80 prayers up. Yeah, Embiid more of a secondary play, though. So many good centers there. Tolliver starting. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of interest in Tolliver. What's his price, though? I should probably look at that before I say that. But even so, he's min price. I wish he wasn't min price. I mean, I think he is in play. It's just Tolliver's a lower usage guy. Yeah, I think he's in play for value. I do. Again, if Len though starts over Holmes and Holmes is out, it'll be Len and Nerlens Noel be my favorite value plays. Let's see. Tolliver is in the Jared Dudley category of stay the fuck away. Yeah, kind of for me. I'm not going there. I'm going with Fox, LeVert, Ingram, Tolliver, Noel, Brown Jr., and Embiid. Okay, again, I'm not super excited about Tolliver, but if he hits those threes, he can get you there. Bogdan or Ross, definitely Bogdan there. Core four, it's really tough for me to give a core on a slate like this, guys. It really is, but I'll give it to you. Again, it's going to be a chalky slate, but let's do it. So, Fox, really like him. Again, LeVert is way too cheap. Noel with no Adams. Again, I'm a little bit worried about the foul trouble issues, but he's way too cheap. Lastly, who do I want to give? So tough. I'll go Troy Brown at 5.5. I think it looks a really good price. So go there for now. Again, center, you have to make some tough calls. Melly, I currently do have Melly in my lineup, but that might be something that I reconsider. He's 3.8. He started that last game against Utah at 7:30 and only played 14 minutes. And that was when Zion was out. Let me go to that box score really quick. Sorry, guys. Bear with me 1 second. I know this is kind of a delay. I will make sure to get to your guys' question. I'm sorry if I miss it right now. Let's see. 7:30. Where's the Pelicans? He's unable. Oh, if Zion is unable to play. Okay, never mind. I read that wrong. Because he did play against the Clippers, correct? Yeah, he did. Okay, but he only played 14 minutes. Melly played 25, though. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth here. I just want to make sure I get this right with Melly and the rotation. So, when Zion was limited and only played 14 minutes, Melly came off the bench and played 25. Now, sure, the game did blow out there, but I think we probably get at least 25 from Melly. And again, I assume he does start. Anyone know Favors ownership? I think Favors is going to be super low owned. Wasn't out. Yeah, good call, Matthew. Sorry about that. He didn't start that game. Good call. Yep. That was probably something I should have had up or should have looked at before. So sorry about that. Alex Len, thoughts? Double center? Yeah. If Holmes is out, Len starts. I love Len for his price. I think him and Noel will be the two best value plays of the day. That's something I'm considering right now. Again, I have JV currently, but if Len starts, it's not going to be limited at min price. I want Alex Len. So we're probably not going to get that news. We have about 10 minutes to lock. I don't think we will. Again, they have him at Holmes as a game time decision. So, yeah. Can you fade Ingram on the slate? I think you can. I'm personally playing him, but I think you can fade him at 8.4. Again, he's priced up for sure. Is Joe Harrison play? Not for me. It's LeVert and Allen. Alex Len, thoughts? Again, I like him a lot if Holmes is out and if he starts and is not limited. So there are some things, right? We have to have Alex Len start. He's got to be not limited, and Holmes has got to be out. If that's the case, I think he looks amazing at min price. Allen, Bryant, or JVL at center? I'll go JV, but I love all three. It's, again, such a tough call. Tobias at 6x and FanDuel too cheap. Yeah, that makes him a little bit more playable. Morant or Van Fleet, it's going to be Ja for me. We could risk playing Giles or Ennis and not get the new. Yep, that's true. Chris Paul, 50 bomb, going to be low owned because of the other guards. I agree. Chris Paul is going to be low owned. Fox is going to be super high owned. I think, I think SJ will probably be higher owned than CP3. We have LeVert in there too. So I think CP3 does go low owned, but I like him. Yeah. Yes, you can fade him. Love your work. It's 5:30 a.m. Australia. I'm making changes with your help. I'm going with my existing lineup. I made no change. Let's go. Hey, let's get it, man. It's a Michigan shirt. I see it is Michigan basketball. A little bit of an older shirt, but yeah, Clark's still good in cash, even though not starting. I don't know if I would go to Clark in this slate. I think it's a tough one because his usage will go up playing with a second unit, but I don't know. What about Gallinari? I do like Gallinari. I think he could play the backup 5 too, possibly. So Gal is certainly in play. What do you think about Bielitsa? Minutes are too up and down for me to consider him on the slate. Richardson, 50 burger incoming, possibly. One of those guards will probably have a good game. Again, too much of a headache for me to try to pick which one. Allen and Bryant or Bryant and Allen and JV or Bryant and JV. Uh, Bryant and JV you can get to him, but I like all three of those centers. Can you play Fox, Hield, and Bogdan? Not for cash. I would do it maybe for GPP. I wouldn't play all three for cash. Thoughts on Ross, final piece. I'm not getting a Terrence Ross. Allen, Bryant, or J-Val at center. Again, I'm going to go J-Val, but it's really, really close. Value center, yeah, it's Noel. It's Len if Holmes is out. Can you fade Ingram? Yep. Okay, sorry if I already went over this. Thoughts on Josh Richardson? I'm not getting into him. I get it if you go there, but not for me. Ish and Bogdan, more secondary place. I prefer Bogdan. I think he has a little bit more upside. Can you fade? Yep. Yes, you can fade Ingram. Rui or Horford, not going to get to either. If you made me pick, I'll go Rui. Pick 2, Tobias, Ingram, Brown Jr., and whatever. It's going to be Ingram and Troy Brown. Ennis, Clark, Tolliver. Ennis for me. Not super excited about it, but yeah, OG, I'll pass. Embiid looked good, but he's had a hard time against Orlando. Yep, I'm not getting into Embiid or Vooch. I'm a little bit scared about it, but not for me. Too many good center plays. SGA, Gallo, Noel in the same lineup. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think you can do that. OKC looks really good. Shout out DK more. Let's see. Shout out DK and more power from Philippines. Hey, thanks, man. Same approach as you, bro. Sacramento, Brooklyn, Washington, New Orleans, OKC, Memphis stack. Again, I'm making a 3-game slate. Oh, dang, I just realized Pel's game isn't tonight for some reason. Yep. Vucevic and Thomas Bryant, same price in FanDuel. Who you go with? That's a tricky one. I will go Bryant just because I'm a little bit worried Vucevic gets in foul trouble. Vucevic has huge upside if he does stay out of foul trouble. Vucevic could go for 60 in this game if he stays out of foul trouble. Harris or Fournier, I'm not getting to either. I'll go Fournier if you made me pick. Yes, you can fade Brandon Ingram. Yes, you can. Fade Len. Need Holmes news. Shout out DK. Yep, okay. Tolliver in play. Jay Brown equals Jaylen Brown. No, I'm not getting to Jaylen Brown. Again, I'm making a 3-game slate. Morant, Holiday, or CP3 SGA. Morant, Holiday can get to them, but fading both OKC guards is a little tough. What do you play, Fred VanVleet? Fred or Fox? Fox for me for sure. Bryant and Allen or J-Val and Allen? Yeah, it's me, J-Val and Allen for me. Ball and Tolliver or Harris and Bogdan? Ball and Tolliver. I don't really want to play Tolliver, but I'll go Ball and Tolliver. I'm just not super high on Joe Harris. He's a little bit too scoring independent. Center spot is so tricky. It really is. It really, really is. Again, I'm still making some changes right now. I don't know. It's going to be a last-second call for me, to be honest. Not having the Holmes news is really tricky, guys. I'm not going to lie. Embiid good with less high-salary players tonight. Yeah, I mean, Embiid's going to go low-owned. I think he will. But he's an interesting play for sure at his price. Let's see. Is Milton starting? I don't think we've gotten that news yet. I assume he probably will. Any Chris Paul today? I like Chris Paul's contrarian option. VanVleet or Tatum? I'm not playing either. If you made me pick, I'll go FVF. Best center value. Right now, it's Noel. Bryant and Allen or JV and Allen. Again, I think I've already answered that, JV and Allen. So either thin at the 4 or 5. So Travis probably won't start at the 4. No, I don't think so. Hield, Bogdan, or Belly. Yeah, it's going to be Bogdan for me, those 3. Tolliver, going to disappoint whoever play him. Yeah, I'm not going to Tolliver. He's been priced. I get it. He'll probably play 20 minutes, 25 minutes. He has to hit the 3, so he's a lower usage guy. Is Holmes playing? We don't know yet. He's squashable, game time decision. Ingram or Siakam, same FanDuel price. Who you go with? Ingram for sure. You just got balls it out like me and play Len 100%. Yeah, I'm trying to get Len in my lineup right now. Len or Allen. It's so tricky. I also like Thomas Bryant. Guys, this slate is so hard. It really, really is. Do you like Fox and Morant together? I think you can play them together. If you're going to make me pick, though, it's going to be Fox, but I think you can play them both. I picked Morant over CP3 and Bryant over Vooch. Good calls. Either and both can be changed. Yeah, I mean, Morant's going to be low-owned. I still think Morant is up to, though, at 8.5. Bryant over Vooch, I'm good with that. Again, I'm a little worried about Vooch foul trouble. We will get screwed on Len. I think I have Val and Noel who lock at 3. Yep, that's what I'm going with, too, right now. I don't think I'm going to change it. Is Drew Holiday good value? Zion's out. Yeah, I mean, he's priced up, but I think I would get to one of those top 3 guys. With Drew, Lonzo, Ingram, I would try to get one of those guys in with no Zion. Great match against Washington. Again, I would try to get one. Value Pelicans play Redick or Hart. They're so close to me. I'll go JJ. I think he's the better 3-point shooter. I think if he gets hot, he can go for 30-plus. Definitely in this matchup, so I'll go JJ. Brown, Ingram, Allen, Levert, Harrison Barnes, and Noel. Yep. Everything looks good there. Harrison Barnes I'm not super excited about, but I get it. I was actually just looking at that build with going Allen over JV, and then I had 4.8K remaining. Like, that is my exact lineup. The issue is I don't really want to play Harrison Barnes, right? So that was my exact lineup. I have Allen in. I was trying to get Allen in, but then I take Melly out, and I have 4.8K remaining. It's Powell, it's Barnes, it's Mike Scott, it's Kyle Anderson. Ugh, I want to throw up, right? So I don't want to play any of those guys. I could just eat $700 and go J.J. Redick. Like, that is a thought for me. But right now, I think I'm just going to stick with JV and Noel at center. If Holmes gets ruled out, it's going to be tough because I think Len will crush. So, again, it's a really tricky slate, guys, for that reason. I'm going to regret it, but I'm going with Len. I'll keep it up, DK. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Let's see. Maybe fade JVL and play Bryant. Hope for the King, then pivot off Bryant in late game. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, because that's an 8 o'clock game, and then you could like move things around if need be. Oh my God, it's so hard with so many good players. Shea or Levert, it's going to be Levert. I love both. Just roll with a minute distribution. I'll take the dub, move on to slate. I also don't want to. Ingram, Van Fleet, or Lowry for cash. Already have Fox. It's definitely Ingram for me. Players and Barnes either. DK, it's ugly. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to stick with JV. I think I'm going to stick with Noel right now. Don't do Barnes. And I'm not playing Barnes. I would not play Harrison Barnes personally. If I was going to do that lineup, I would go J.J. Redick and eat the salary, eat $700. But yeah, I have 3 OKC players. Do I need to run it back with a Memphis player? No, you don't. You don't have to play anyone in Memphis, in my opinion. Again, my favorite play there is JV, but so many loaded centers. You could play John Morant. He's more of a contrarian play. Chioza, no point. No. CP3 or Shea. Shea first price. I like both, though. Kings have played Bielitsa at 5. Also have Giles. That's true. Kings can run small ball 5. That is a concern, and that is a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, Kings could run like a 3-headed monster at center if Holmes gets ruled out. I think Bielitsa could play more minutes, too. That is a really, really good point. It's something I forgot to, or I didn't really think about. But yeah, Bielitsa, Len, Harry Giles. It could be a 3-headed monster there. Could be ugly. But again, Len is still min-price. I mean, he gets like 20 minutes. He gets so crushed. So, right? Oh, Embiid. Yeah, I'm not getting Embiid. Good luck, everyone. Levert or Van Fleet. 100% Levert there. Yeah, DK, it's so tough. Pick 2, Ish, Jerome Robinson, Terrence Ross, Ish, and Robinson. They're more secondary plays, though, for me. I'm not getting to Ross. Thanks, DK. Yeah, no problem. Kemba Walker, big game. 1% owned. Just watch. Yeah, he can. He's 6K. Kemba can go for 40, for sure. Tougher matchup, though. He's someone I would get to on the late slate. At 6K, I do like Kemba. I think the Nets go up a bit. It's just there's so many good guard plays. And Boston's a little bit more balanced, right? It's a tough spot against Toronto, so I can't prioritize Kemba even at cheap price. Brian and Allen are, yeah, so again, it's JV and Allen for me there. Like Dort, not going to Dort. He's too low usage. Shea or Fred? Shea. Lowry going to be contained versus Boston? Probably. He's too expensive for me. I'm fading JVL. I'm keeping JVL Noel, but it's a hard choice. Again, yeah, same with me. So no, Matthew, we're always on the same page. Seems like we always have the lineup, same lineup. Giles may play the 5-2 if no Holmes. Again, true. Giles, Bielitsa, Len could be a 3-headed monster. Noel, Len, but I'm going to regret it. You could. Len is coming back from injury, so maybe they do limit him to like 15 or so minutes. That's in the back of my mind too. I swap Allen and Harrison Barnes for Jovel and Melly. May I'm going switching to go back to Jovel Hill. Yeah, again, it's a tough call there. Lowry or CP3, definitely CP3 for me. They load matching Kemba. I think they are. I don't think he's going to play the full minutes, but he is 6K. If he gets close to 30, I think he could have a good game. JVL about to eat. I mean, I think he is against Nerlens Noel. As long as JV stays out of foul trouble and gets over 30 minutes, he could absolutely crush his salary. It's just, again, so many good center plays, guys. Jarrett Allen is going to go low on. He's 6'2". He'll play 35-plus minutes. Derek Favors is going to go low on. I think he has a lot of upside. Thomas Bryant. You're going to have to make a tough call of Bryant or JV. Again, I'm going JV, but I don't feel super, super strong about that. Ish and Gallo or SGA Melly. That's a tough one. I'll go SGA Melly. Let's see. Favors or Bogdan. Another tough one. I like Favors, but it's the opportunity cost of center, right? And Bogdan's a forward. Forward's a little not as strong today, so what works with your lineup? If you feel good about 2 centers, which I think you could, again, Favors is more contrarian center. I think Favors could go for 40, but he's like a 1% owned guy. Yeah, so that's a tough call, right? Good luck, fellas. And yeah, fade the late game completely. Yes, I'm fading the late game. I don't think you have to play anyone in it. Kemba looks decent first. It would be Kemba and Van Fleet if I had to pick someone in the late games. Rest of your team, Melly, Ingram, SGA, Jovel. Yep. Good luck, everyone. Crazy slate today it is. Miss, how do you feel about Nerlens? Love Nerlens Noel, no Steven Adams. I think he's the top value. Possibly Alex Len, too, if he starts with no Holmes. Yeah, so many good center plays. Joel will be low owned. Yep, I think so. Brian and Allen it's JV and Allen. I know you guys have asked the question like 10 times. Brian or JV? Again, JV for me. It's really, really close. So how does this look, DK? Fox, LeVert, Brown Jr., Ingram, JVL, Ish, Jerome Robinson, Noel. I'm good with it. Ish and Robinson are a little bit more secondary plays, but have a huge upside in a matchup like that. Play Noel. Too cheap not to. Yep, I think Noel is one of the best plays. Locked. Yep, let's see. Damn, I got the one Noel news too late. Damn. Lonzo, LeVert, Gallo, Ingram, JV, Troy, Ish, Noel. Good with it. If all else fails, I'm going to play the late slate and try to win my money back. Lock. Let's go. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Holmes news. That is pretty slate changing, but we'll see. I'm locked in with JV. I'm locked in with Noel. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of other center plays I liked, but yeah. Let's go over some ownership once it comes out. Come on now. All right, so let's see. I'll just go with the big $20 tournament because I didn't play any huge tournaments today. I played a $50 smaller tournament. I played a $27 smaller tournament. So let's go over the ownership in the $20 tournament. The big one, 100K up top. We have Nerlens Noel, 50% owned. SGA, 43% owned. JV, 23% owned. That's who I got in the early game. Let's take a look at some other ownership if I can find it. If you guys find it, yep, $50 in the 5, yep. Kind of expected that. Grayson Allen's 2%. I wouldn't do it. Basley's 2%. Again, I wouldn't do it. But, yeah, JVL 20%. Ooh, I like JVL's ownership a lot. I do. I'm nervous about fading Thomas Bryant. I'm nervous about fading Thomas Bryant, Jarrett Allen, and one of the Sacramento centers. I'm really, really nervous about fading those guys. Gallinari, 24%. John Morant, 9%. Again, I knew he was going to be low owned. CP3, 13%. You got him a low ownership. CP3, John Morant, low owned guys, I think have big upside. I didn't play him because I'm a well-owned guy, but I get if you went there. Okay, I'll fade the 50% ownership. JVL 23, yep, I like that. Gallo 21, again, I like that as well. There's some good low-owned plays here, like the other OKC guys. Gallinari looks low-owned. CP3, John Morant on the other side. JVL 22%. I think JVL can crush. We'll see, though. Again, the opportunity cost, there's a lot of centers I'm really scared about fading. So, really tough slate for that reason, just center being so loaded. Had to get Allen in one lineup, LOL. Anyone playing 4-point guards? I mean, the 4-point guard is possible, right? You play SGA, the shooting guard, and then 3 other point guards, 1 the utility. Yeah, that's all I got. Clark, 9%. I'm okay with it. Not overly excited about Clark, but I get it. Melly or Nerlens Noel, power forward. Well, definitely Nerlens Noel, but that game locked. I think Melly's pretty solid for value, too. Again, I personally have him in right now. SGA is safe. I don't see crazy upside. We'll see. We haven't really seen it yet from SGA, but I think this could be the game where he goes for like 40, 50 in a match against Memphis. I'm the only one who took JV on the 3-man. Yeah, I mean, I like JV. We'll see how it goes. Ja, 8%. All right, guys. I'm kind of out of breath. Had to talk fast there. But I got to get out of here. So hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys all win some money. If you guys do not already follow me on Twitter, make sure to do so. I'll keep you guys updated when we get the rest of the news. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money, and I will see you guys all later.